For Argentina, what's the benefits for United States in helping this way Argentina?
Just helping a great philosophy take over a great country. Argentina is one of the most beautiful countries that I've ever seen. And we want to see it succeed. Very simple. I mean, we don't have to do it. It's not going to make a big difference for our country, but it will in terms of South America. If Argentina does well, you're going to have others following.
For Argentina,
All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, giving all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachaha Kodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who teach them well. Shalom to the elect, the 144,000, pushing this truth in all sincerity in the four quarters of the earth. Lord willing, we be of that number. I'm your brother Tabari Yakuna coming at you with another, quick video. Lord willing, is edifying. You got Trump, Nero 47, as the elder Apostle Tahar, I believe he might have coined that, Nero 47. Scriptures speak about reincarnation, meaning back incarnation, or incarnatio in the Greek, I believe, meaning in the flesh, back in the flesh. And that's a biblical thing. It's a biblical concept, which Christians don't deal with. Christians don't deal with reincarnation, but the scriptures clearly speak about that. Yahweh Shai mentioned it. All right, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 11 and verse 12. He reads, "And from the days of John the Baptist," this is John the Baptist was Yahweh Shai's cousin, "until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence." So, the kingdom of heaven is Israel, the nation of Israel. The violence is the oppression by the Romans. All right, and it says, "And the violent take it by force." All right, those Romans. "For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John the Baptist. And if ye will receive it, this is Elijah," all right, "which was for to come." So, that's talking about reincarnation, saying that John the Baptist is Elijah coming back in the flesh. All right. So that's just real quick on reincarnation. It's something that it's a biblical thing. A lot of people want to attribute it to Eastern religions, Buddhism and Hinduism, but it came from the Bible. All right, but to make the point, just jumping back to the point, you got Nero 47 making all kinds of moves, man. I mean, it's like, where do we even begin? But Salakia, trying to get my bearings here, because I had two things that I wanted to speak on. One was IVF, which I'm gonna table that, and the other one is is basically Salakia, is this Argentina deal. Nero 47 Trump, he basically crapped on the farmers, the American farmers. He bailed out the Argentinian farmers, soybean farmers. And, they got this tariff war going. And so now China is buying soybeans instead of from American farmers. They're buying soybeans from Argentina. And it's really pissing the farmers off, man. It's like their profits got cut by like half. And I'm just saying all that just to say, this guy is, again, Nero 47, that cruel Lord, that the scriptures speak of. We'll grab it in the book of Isaiah, chapter 19. All right. And I believe that's verse. Let me see. Bear with me. Right. Verse 4 says, "Then the Egyptians, which modern day Egyptians, are you Babylonians or you Americans?" All right. Because America is Babylon the Great. So America is likened to Babylon, the new Egypt, all right, Assyria, all right. It says, "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of the cruel Lord." And that cruel Lord is Trump or Nero in the reincarnation. All right, it says, "And a fierce king shall rule over them, and them saith the Lord of hosts." It says Lord of hosts, Lord of hosts meaning Lord of armies. Okay, so the Lord is a power of war. All right, he's a man of war, I believe the scriptures say. Let me see if I grab that real quick. The Lord is a man of war, man. And that's what, one big thing that separates true believers in the scriptures from modern Christians and these people. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 15 and verse 3. The Lord, it says Lord all in all caps there. So it's, certain Bibles will tell you it's Yahweh, right? Then you might dig a little deeper and say, there's no W. It'll say Yahuwah. But that's not even right because there's no U, all right, in the Hebrew. So you got to break it down and you got to know the Hebrew. Yeah, the Hebrew is part of the doctrine. The scriptures speak about how, forget how many cities will speak the Hebrew. Let me speak the language of Canaan. Let's see. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 19 and verse 18. "In that day shall 5 cities in the land of Egypt," modern day Egypt is America, "speak the language of Canaan." The language of Canaan is the Hebrew. And that 5 cities is going into basically the camps that's set up all over America, all over the modern Egypt, modern day Egypt, and Sodom as well. So yeah, Revelation, the 11th chapter and the 8th verse goes into how America is likened to Egypt and Sodom. "And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city," that great city America, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt. where also our Lord was crucified. Yeah, they crossed out our Lord through the iconoclasm, you know, painting over the images of the saints, and turning, whitewashing everything, you know, quote unquote whitewashing. We know that white people ain't really white, they're red, but that's a whole nother thing. All right. So America is spiritually also Sodom, and it's Egypt. All right, going back to Isaiah 19 and 18, in that day shall 5 cities, so that's the camps. You know, that's the camps setting up throughout Babylon the Great, spiritual Egypt and Sodom. And really, it's talking about Great Millstone because we're the only ones that deal with the real Hebrew, you know? Even though IUIC, they got men in their camps with real Hebrew names, but they claim they don't deal with they just set up for money and women, man. They set to deceive. They're not being forthright, and they're not about this truth, man. They're about the bag. All right, that's why they got a 501c3 charter. All right. So in that day, 5 cities. So that's again various number of camps. All right, in the land of Egypt, speak the language of Canaan. So that's the Paleo Hebrew, and swear to the Lord. You know, make a vow to Yahweh, Hashem Yahweh Shai of hosts. One shall be called the city of destruction. All right, and that city of destruction is Babylon the Great. So, you know, this guy, this Trump guy, he's just a puppet for the elite. You know, we know that he's pushing that their bidding, which is to one thing that these folks want to do, man. Characteristic of Esau is that he heapeth all nations to himself. All right, let's grab that. All right, he heapeth all nations to himself. This is the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine. Wine is philosophies. He is a proud man. Yeah, and in the clip, Trump talks about this philosophy. Philosophy is that he's talking about is democracy. And the scriptures speak about how that whore that rides the beast back, America, Babylon the Great, it has that cup full of abominations, of wine, which is philosophies, man. They push across the whole world. Transgresseth by wine. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Back to Habakkuk 2 and 5. Means he's all over the place. You know, he's a vagabond. He's a, you know, as the scriptures say. All right. It says, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. So that's the point. I'll leave it on that. Hey, this guy, Trump, is doing the bidding of these elite bankers. Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, you know, which are for the most part, they're Amalekites, which is the head tribe of Esau, Edom. And the thing is, man, hey, America's for sale, man. They're selling out America. It's a global thing now. It's international. You know, they're trying to heap all nations to themselves, man. So, Lord willing, I was edifying. I'm going to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Shalom.